Okay, in this one we're going to talk about the main menu, which we see right here, the main navigation. And what we'll also notice is not only do we have a main menu, the first tier, as we have a second tier, a drop down, what we typically call right here. Obviously, at the time of this video, these are just some generic pages and stuff, and these can be easily changed out. All right, so first thing I want to mention is if you make a blog post, if you make a page, you can put those in this menu. So I know right now we just have some basic stuff. We have the About page, Services page, your Candy Buffet, etc. Some basic things, but maybe down the road you might want to reorder, you might want to add a page, things like that. We can do all that and do it actually pretty easily. So first thing what we want to do in the back end is assume that we've already made this page. That's the first thing. We need to make sure that you've already made this page or this post. Okay? So after you've done that, what we want to do is come to Appearance and find Menus. Alright? Now what we have here is our main menu system, and this clearly is what we see right here, the Home, About, Blog, Candy Buffet, and etc. Okay. Alright, now I want to show you what's really neat about the WordPress menu system is this drag and drop. So you'll notice as I roll over it, a little grabber hand comes up. So what this means is I can drag and place and reorder my menu. So maybe I want Candy Buffet to be before Blog. I just drag and release, drag and drop. Maybe I want Contact to be before Services. Same thing, drag and drop. Once I've made my edit, my revision, I just come over here to the right, click Save Menu. Now if we come to the front end and refresh, everything's reordered now. See that? Pretty easy and actually pretty cool. So let me see if I can remember how this was before. Let me put this back here and Services. Alright, make sure we hit save. Okay, now let's say we need to add a menu, a menu item, a new page, whatever. Let's just assume, at least for the purpose of this particular tutorial, for the very first time we've added the video tutorials, which actually I've created for you guys for your demo to watch these. Obviously you have the link if you're watching this video. So let's just say I want to add this to the menu. Okay, this is a page that I've already made, and this box right here in the pages is only going to show pages that you've created in the back end. Okay, so what I want to do is check it, click this little button right here that says add to menu. Now we see it appear right here. So now it's in the menu at the bottom of the list. It's always going to default to the bottom. So I can just drag and drop this wherever I want it. I'm going to leave it here at the end, save the menu. Now if I come back to the front end, refresh, here we are, video tutorials. Okay, well, maybe I want it to be a drop-down menu. Maybe I don't want it in the main menu itself. So I want it to be under, let's just say Services, for instance. If I drag it over, I want to indent it. See how it kind of moves, that little dotted line, that little dashed line box around it? That's how I know it's a child of this parent. Services being the parent, video tutorials is the child, by that indent. So now I know it's a drop-down menu under Services. So if I refresh, save, then come back to the front and refresh, you'll notice now tutorials is gone, but if I roll over Services, here we are, it's in the main drop-down. Pretty easy stuff. Alright, let me remove this, little button to remove. Oh, while I'm at it, you also know you can rename your menu name. So maybe this is called Video Tutorials. When you made the page, you actually named it Video Tutorials. Maybe I just want to call this Toots. I can do that and just save it. Now it's you don't have to rename the page, but just the navigation label is renamed. So if I refresh this, roll over Services, what do I have now? I have Toots. Okay, but if I click it and I go to the page, what do I see the name of the page being? Video Tutorials. So you can kind of play with some different things back and forth with that. Let me remove this. Whoops. Make sure I update it. Okay, and another really cool thing is over here on the right, we can actually create a menu. And what's really good about this is, particularly the blog. So we can actually make our own menu just for the blog. Maybe you just want to make some menu that has nothing to do with your homepage or your main menu. We could do that. So you would click plus, give it a name. I'm just going to call this name, create the menu. Alright, now what we can do is start adding our own menu to this. So maybe I want to make a custom link. Let's see, I'm going to call this just Google. Alright, this will be the name of my menu, and right here I type in the address. Google. I'm going to add this to the menu. Now I got a menu name of Google. Here's my address to it. And I'm going to go ahead and let's see, I'm going to add a couple of categories for cakes and catering, maybe photography. Add the menu. And how about home and candy buffet just to add to that. So I want home to be first. Go ahead and save this. Now what's really neat, if we come over to widgets, and I come over to this box right here, right? I'm going to drag over, I'm going to make that menu that we just created. Drag over custom menu. Here's my title. Let's see, how about helpful links? You know, you can call it whatever. I'm just calling it this name right now just for this. And the drop down is going to have every menu we've created within this website. So obviously, at this point, there's just two, which is main, and then the one I just made, generic one called name. Save it. And if I come to the blog post, I'm going to see this menu now in the sidebar on the right. Let's scroll down. Look, helpful links is my title, and here's the menu I just made. So let's see, if I click Google, I go to Google, cakes and catering. I hope there's a blog post on here, and there is. So you can actually have a little bit of fun and make a sub menu if you want on your blog. Alright, I'm just going to delete this out. Come back to menu so I can get that test out of there, this name one. So delete this menu out. And that's going to cover it for the menu section.